The only reason this is on this team is because I'm using my lucky token already. If I roll anything less than a 2, I showed in my previous part the shop from chapter 7. Because now I'm going to go into this lucky space. It's a 2 exactly. Good grief, I might only be using 3 of the lucky tokens from here on out. I'm not buying any more. Trying that again. This time making it obvious that I cut. So I encountered a golden chrysalis, which is the first lucky space of the 3. Its HP is 200, attack is 12, and defense is 1. Doesn't have multiple attacks. Increases by 1 until it reaches 12 for the defense. A rare find, but very tough to crack. Once it's broken, the remaining ones that were normal shatters as well. What you'll encounter instead if you get either number are the shrubs from earlier, and they are the same number as before as well. You level up instantly. But this time on hard, you get 44 star points. I'm actually gonna do this. Buy 2 if you're... But this time on hard, you get 44 star points, 23 on nightmare. Your reward is 300 coins and not encountering enemies 3 times on the red space, which on hard or nightmare is only once. And if you don't have all of them, you get 2 reroll tokens. Looking for a reroll token. I think I only need 2, which are these 2 over here. The enemy will not be the king. It will be the bishop anyway. That's not a bishop, it's a rook. So, you know. The first attack I'm going to use, looking at my notes, will be Mario's ultimate move. Except for not really, I'm actually going to use the cat dive. No, I'll save that for later. So, I want this battle to last a little longer. So instead I'm going to use the super hammer. Making Mario's FP go down to 24. Got lower than 10. I got 7. And I roll a coin twice. Roll a coin, you know what I meant. Heads plus tails, so 1.5 times the damage, which is 11, but 10 really. So, yeah, 190 HP left. I only got 1 set of doubles. So it only does... Did I get lower than 20? Yes, I did. Because that was also a part of it. Got heads, so double damage. Tails, only double damage. So 35. Except for it was really this, 34. Wait, no it wasn't. Because I was calculating, it was 36 originally, and it's now 35 because of the 1 defense. Bowser, with his new move, I am actually going to use it. Fire Breath. I'm not using the slash attack yet. Roll 4 dice. If you get 15 or higher, roll 2 dice. If the 2 dice land on 10, a double 5 or a double 6, roll 1 more die. And it costs 5 SP. So that's all gonna be there. So now I'm gonna go back to my actual notes and do that. 4 dice. Gotta hope I get higher than a 15. I don't know what I got, so I'm gonna re-roll. Just need a 7 or higher. 9. So I got 17. Now to roll 2 more dice. Nope, 6. So that's 23, 22 really. Doesn't do 12 damage to everyone. It only does it to one. But to Bowser, it does 6 or less. 3. His defense is now increased. Mario, I'm using Super Hammer again. 14. 12 really. Luigi, I'm using Super Jump. This is not a good start. Seven as well. That's 18. Before I do the animation, flipping a coin. Yes, I'm safe! So, 18, right? Yeah. It really did 16. Because at least I'm using the SP at long last. 16. That's more than 15, which is a good thing. Crap. It wasn't it anyway. I'm actually gonna just re-roll one. No, I'm not. Yes, I know where that went. It did 16 plus 9. So 18 plus 7, which is 25. 23, really. Good. I was hoping that Mario would only take 6 damage. I'm not gonna use Cat Dive, but I'm not using a special move either. I'm just gonna use a normal attack for Mario's turn. Defense went up, so it's now 3. Only did 1 damage. Luigi, I'm using Thunder. Did 6 damage. Then Bowser, good grief, my mouse is already going out of whack. I'm using Slash now. 11. If I get heads, it does 22 guaranteed damage. It landed on heads. Watch me get bad luck here. Yep, tails. Its defense is now 4. This is where I'm going to use the Cat Dive move. $13. 19. Nope, 17. Luigi will be able to use the Tanuki Impact move again, but I'm not going to use it. Instead, I'm gonna have him use Super Jump again. Whatever happens, I might end up using Bowser's Fire Breath move. Nope, I got 10 instead. 17. Am I safe from taking 9 recoil? Yep, I am. 10. 18. 11. It was 10 or higher, by the way. So now I get to roll one more die. This one. Of course, that ended up as a 2. But that's still a lot. 10, 20, 31. It's over. Bowser actually managed to defeat the Chrysalis. Because it took 27 damage. So, yeah, the only reason I decided to make that exception of the level up by 2 is because of how many star points I got. 111 coins as well. I'm gonna choose to get the golden leaf here and an ultra shroom. I'm gonna throw away 1 super shroom and 1 Koopa tea.
Then the next thing is HP. Plus 10 now. Everyone is now has 70 HP. Legendary number for my nostalgic adventure of Super Paper Mario. And then FP or SP is now 35.
That's funny that I rolled an exact 2 on that one. Sorry for that cut. 1 again. I haven't landed on a single enemy space so far. Guaranteeingly happening here. Whatever I roll, a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now comes what the enemy could possibly be. So if I get, oh, it's on a die. So if I get a 3 or 6 on a die, then I battle Shroobs instead. Because the Dark Chrysalises are gone. I battled the Shroobs. Well, good grief. The next enemy I would show is one of the 2 here. Darkling or Midlight. I almost rolled 2 dice. 1, 2, 3, showing off another enemy. Now I'm just gonna depend on a coin flip. If it's heads, I'm battling it. Darkling, tails, Midlight. It's a Midlight. Always battling 3 of them. So they have 20 HP. Their attacks are 5. It's meant to be the uglier form of Midbus. It's meant to be like the younger phase of him. ATK 5. DEF 2/5 DMG, aka 40%. 20, 20, 20. They're not weak against fire. Mario, I'm going to use Cat Dive to go through that defense. Man, I was pretty OP on that one. Doesn't matter about the math, but I will state it just for those who want to know. Well, I rolled 3 dice by accident, but in truth, the math there was a lot. It was basically 18 plus 8, 26. But doesn't matter, because I knocked out one of them. Luigi, using Super Jump, got an 8, so that's 17. Might get recoil damage. I'll be shocked if I don't. I am shocked. I did. Oh, wait. No, never mind. I got the recoil damage. I'm silly. 58. So, 17. In the percentile of that, it's meant to be 40%. I'm trying to figure out what 40% of that is. 6.8, rounded up to 7. Did a pretty decent amount. I aimed for the right one. Now for Bowser, I'm using Fire Breath. There's my unlucky streak on that one. I had a chance if I had a double 6, but that was not gonna happen. 12. 40% of 12. Pretty sure I'm right on that. Because 2.2 times 5 is 11. So yeah, it has to be 2.4. So I dealt 5 damage to one of them. I'm just aiming for the left one to weaken it. It's a good thing I won't have to worry about calculating this. Unless I get another unlucky thing there. Wait. I'm imagining the Midlights, like I'm imagining Midboss's ugly younger form to be like those weird wormy things. Heads for Mario. Figures on that. Tails for Luigi. Now for Mario's turn, I'm going to use Cat Dive again. Luigi, I'm using Super Jump again. Perfect. 10. I know exactly what 40% of 20 is. But did I get recoil damage? I honestly prefer if I did. Nope, I did not. So 5 damage. For Bowser, I'm using Slash. 9. And if I get heads, that will go through its defense. Nope, I got Tails. So I'm gonna just assume that I dealt only 4 damage. But to be safe, I'm gonna divide 9 by 5. Can I do that from the top of my head? Yes, I can. 1.8 is that. So I got 4 damage. Not as much damage as I thought I did. 5. That only did 2 then. Luigi, I'm using Jump. If I get heads here, then it knocks it out. Otherwise it... Okay, cool. I was gonna be like, otherwise it only does 1 damage. Because 40% of 3 is basically, because it's 3 divided by 5 is 0.6, so yeah, it would have only done 1 damage. But it doesn't matter, I did it. Hopefully I can get past all of these enemies. I'm gonna cut eventually because of how late it's getting. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. So now I'm just gonna show you the remaining enemy, which is Darkling. Basically, the Darklings are like beasts in dark form. They are shadows, but more beastly. Because I made up shadow forms that have... I gotta figure out how many of them there are. Oh, I gotta flip a coin. Heads I get 3, tails I get 7. It's 7. This is gonna be a long one. They all have 33 HP. Attacks are 6 and defense is 3. This is gonna be a long battle, like I said. For Mario's turn, I'm actually using up the Koopa Tea. Bringing back, surprise, surprise, I was trying to figure out how many I had. It was 3, I'm pretty sure. Bringing back an Ultra Shroom. That was my surprise, surprise. 7. 15. Luigi. I'm also gonna... No, I'm not. I'm gonna have him use Super Jump. If I get a double 2 or a double 1, that'll be nice. Nope, I got a 7. 13. Targeting the middle one. So it does 10 damage. Bowser, I'm using Slash just to try to deal double damage and defeat one of them. 9. It's not gonna work then. If I get Tails, that would suck too. Worst thing is, I did get Tails. I'm aiming for this one. It did 6 damage. 27.
So, I'm making 3 of them attack Bowser, the other 2 attacking Mario and Luigi. First and second, Mario. 6th and 7th, Luigi. Heads. Tails, so 9 for Mario. Tails. Heads. And tails for Bowser. Time to calculate the damage already. 53. Bowser was 3, 1, 3, so 7. And then for Luigi, heads and heads, 6.
I'm gonna have Mario use Fire Flower. I think I got 2 there. Heads. I was ready to say tails. 5. Yeah, I knew it. 4 damage. Luigi, I'm using Super Jump. 17. Flipping a coin. Heads, so I'm safe. Middle one. After this, I'm gonna cut, placing my chess piece on the space that I would know about. So, 17 minus 3, and it's on the middle one. Bowser, I'm using Slash again. This time aiming for the middle one. Got 10. Yeah, I got Tails. I jinxed myself. Because it only did 7 damage, I'm aiming for this guy.
Heads. This time it's 2 of them attacked Mario, 2 of them attacked Luigi. Oh, it's literally the same. And then 3 of them attacked Bowser. First and second attacked Mario. And you know the rest. Heads for Mario. Both of them. This time I'm doing a double whammy and just doing Luigi next. Ah! I'm counting this. It's Tails. So Luigi took 12 damage. Bowser, what did he get? Tails. Heads. And heads. Good, it's not the freaking tails, heads, tails thing again. 5 damage. Mario, I'm gonna use up a Koopa tea for him.
Definitely the next time I go to the shop, I'm gonna sell the Ultra Shrooms and get more golden leaves. Yeah, I'm re-rolling. Reroll token used. I actually have 2 because I got 2 from the lucky enemy. That's better. I got 16. That's all for Luigi. 17. Same freaking number. So many times in a row. This time, I took 9 recoil damage. And now I'm finally gonna use Bowser's Fire Breath attack. So that did 24 minus 3, 21. So, yeah, 24, right? 6 plus 8 plus 9, not 24. 14 plus 9, 23, 20. It's about time 2 of them went down.
One attacked Bowser, 2 of them attacked Mario and Luigi. Tails, figures. Tails again! For Mario. Heads for Bowser, I'm gonna decide. Tails for Luigi. Heads for Luigi. I think this is the time for me to use up a Super Shroom.
Mario, I'm gonna use Cat Dive. If I get 14, that's gonna be insane. It indeed was exactly 14. So I'm aiming for the left one. Luigi, gonna use Super Jump. Well, great. If anything, that's a good thing, but wow. This is not promising in terms of the fact that I got double ones now, because that means I might get a high roll in the next one. Nope, I got 8. So, 20 minus 3, 17. I'm gonna say that went for this one. So 17. 33 minus 17. 30 minus 14. 16. I'm not gonna use an item for Bowser's turn. Instead, I'm gonna have him use Fire Breath again. 10. 16, really good. 6, 22, 19. So this one's knocked out. This one has 30. Heads, tails. If it's heads again, that's gonna be hilarious. Yep. It's a bit lopsided. I'm gonna count it though. Mario, is there any 6 FP moves I could use? Yep, Super Hammer. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna purposely have the final boss of this chapter not heal the entire party. Not re-rolling that. Luigi, I'm super jumping. This is my last super jump for him. 18. That's 15 instead. Do I take 9 recoil damage? Yes, I do. I was hoping to say no to that, but instead I do. I guess for Bowser's turn, I am going to use a Super Shroom. And then Super Shroom was how many again? 5 dice. Doing this for Luigi. Yeah, I said in my head I wasn't gonna re-roll this. I got 14, I think. Heads, tails, tails again. So that's 7 damage. Mario, I'm using one more time the Hammer. This battle has indeed taken a long time. I got 4 5s, 20 damage, really did 17. Luigi, I'm using Thunder. If I get any lower than if I get any lower than 10, no, it's 9. If I get any lower than 9, I'm aiming for the middle one. The middle one over there. I got freaking 8. That means for Bowser, I'm not using his special move. Instead, I'm using Slash. I'm using Slash. If I get tails, that does 5. If I get heads, that does a full 16. Heads. Heads. for the risk of it all, I'm not using any items. Mario, I'm using a normal attack. 3 damage, aiming for the right one. Luigi, I'm using Thunder, and Bowser, I'm using Fire Breath. That's unless Thunder does very little damage. Or it doesn't. 7 damage. I'm not using Fire Breath, I'm using Slash instead. 6. It landed on Tails, so I'm aiming for the right one. Heads. I'm counting that despite it being lopsided flip. Tails. 13. Using a golden leaf for the first time for Luigi. This one does 8 dice. So far that is 18. $24. Yeah, the green cyclone I never wrote down. That was something I forgot to write for Luigi's new move. And I am actually going to use it. The green cyclone. Costs 7 FP. I'm using it. 8. Now let's see what I get. Tails for 1. Heads. And Tails. So it only does 16 minus 3 damage. Only one more left at long freaking last. I'm actually going to use Fire Breath for Bowser's turn. Risky move indeed. Double 6. And another 6. Good grief. So that is 7, 13, 25, 33. Minus 3. That's finally over. Man, that took forever. So glad I'm cutting after this. I just gotta remember where I was, which I think was here. That was a very long battle, and that wasn't even a boss battle. That just took that long. 33 times 7? Of course it would take a very long time. 7? No. 4, it's 28. And 70 coins. 63. I'm cutting from here. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that I'm doing a 2-for-1. Because I'm going to end the part. Like, I'm going to end the actual, like, I don't know. I'm going to, like, end the next recording after the first boss. But yeah, this is where I am. I am gonna use up my lucky tokens if I need to, because I am going to battle one of the lucky bosses and have one of the other lucky spaces be the free shopping space. And then I'm going to use up my shopping token and my lucky tokens. Just so that I can use... Maybe I shouldn't, if anything, because this shopping token I have is my last one, so I'm gonna end up hoping that I do get.
So, I am actually gonna make these lucky spaces be the exact amount for. I am gonna use up my lucky token. Hopefully, I manage to land on the shop in the very end of the spaces. I'm actually gonna look at my webcam as well. It is accurate. So I am hoping to land on the shop before the lucky space, so I can buy stuff, and then get maximum coins, land on the shopping space again. Because then I don't have to worry about using any more coins, since the remainder of the enemies are the ones that won't give you any coins. That's something I would have to remember, let alone the fact that I have to remember that I'm already very close to being done with this thing. Oh, my word. Man, is it late. You don't see how late it is, and I'm so glad that it is the case. But man, that battle took me so long. So, this is not the end of one part. I'm pretty sure I cut in between, because I'm certain that the one lucky space that I did was something that only took 10 minutes. And then I cut in between trying to find the other song the other melody, theme, whatever to do before going through the other spaces. It's still going to be the same theme when I continue the other recording, only because I'm going to... And off screen I'm going to just have other thoughts too. Wasn't able to play one of the games I was hoping to play on one of the days. It's actually my first ever time spending a day away from a game and not thinking about it, because basically all I did today was just... I'm saying gaming-wise, all I did gaming-wise was repo. And then after that was I recorded this, did some realistic stuff, and that was it. I didn't play the game I was hoping to play. I hope you enjoyed that Donkey Kong Bonanza stream, though. I'm sorry I stated that this late. But I will announce as well that... Meaning for today for my part, because today for my part is, or was, the 31st of May. The last day of May. And then my goals for the other days were on the 2nd of June, because the 1st of June I just edited. For the 2nd of June I recorded probably almost all of Chapter 7. Probably stopped after the second boss. Or I stopped after the upcoming Lucky Space. Because, yeah. Honestly, I should have waited on the limited shopping things. Like, I should have made the next shop token be up to 500 coins. I should have done a limit of 4 instead of a limit of 3. Because on easy mode, you can go to the shops whenever you'd like. But on normal mode only, you would have a limited amount of shop tokens. It's something I'll add in my notes, if anything. But it's already too late for me to really think about doing any more of the shop tokens stuff. And hard mode onwards, there were no shopping tokens. So it's literally RNG and whether or not you land on a shopping space. Let alone Nightmare mode being a very hard difficulty, where your star points, I think I'm gonna still make them be... No, I'm not. I'm still gonna make them be halved. But you only unlock Nightmare mode after completing at least normal difficulty. But I'm still thinking of streaming this series after a Bible reading thing, and doing dice trial streams as well. Like, Bible reading and then dice trials. But I won't do... It's like, I won't do the 3rd dice trial because I'm going to do that after Donkey Kong Bonanza, the LP that was just announced. Because after Donkey Kong Bonanza, it's all dependent on what the heck new game will be coming out soon. Like, if Pokemon Winds and Waves ends up coming out on a sooner time, then my LP will be a previous Pokemon game, not an actual Pokemon generation, though. It's not going to be Gen 9, it's not going to be Gen 8, it's not going to be any generation. And then, if the next new game is Kirby, which will excite me, probably me and my brother, then I will LP a Kirby game that I haven't LP'd yet. If it's Mario, then you already know what I'm doing, but I'm not going to say it in case you don't. If it's Zelda, that would shock me, and I would actually have no idea what to do as an LP at that point. Probably do a streaming LP of a game, and that would just be it. But if I stream LP the game, it will likely take me up to 3 to 5, or even a little bit more than 5 parts to complete the entirety of it. Because I'm not planning on LPing the new Legend of Zelda remaster, if it is indeed happening. Instead, I'm going to be stream LPing it, experiencing it from new. The only Zelda LP that I will do is whatever new 3D game they think of. Not the remaster, but probably another open world one. If that's the case, then I'm so ready for myself to probably drive myself insane to the point of wanting to LP another game along with the other one. Probably will happen, where I LP probably even 2 games while LPing one of them. Tears of the Kingdom, I just LP'd it straight. I should have just waited. I should have just LP'd multiple LPs at a time at that point. Sorry to ramble. This is probably the end of the part then. So, I guess next time I'm going to the first boss and probably passing a bit of it and landing on another lucky space. So, I'll see you guys then. Bye!